Hello, Aquarius. Healing Grasshopper again. I decided to do a bonus because I realized I closed out your reading without doing your advice cards. And I feel like the advice cards are important for you because, you have that unclear, muddled feeling um, that I really want to quash because things are not as difficult as you're feeling that they are. And I would like to do my best to help you get rid of that feeling. So, higher self. Okay, so you have one higher self card coming. Strength. Fish, the word faith also comes to mind. Most of the signs right now are going through a test of faith because we're all in a transition, and transitions are very uncomfortable and they make us feel like the world is ending and that God has forgotten about us and we're being left for dead, and it sounds dramatic, but seriously, sometimes it feels like that, like, oh, God forgot about me, I'm drowning and nobody cares, that kind of feeling. Um, I remember I was going through a particularly difficult time in my life, and I decided to go to therapy, which is so great, by the way. Therapy does not mean you're crazy, guys. Therapy is just, I think of therapy as the same thing as going to a spa or getting your nails done. It is self care, it is something that you do for yourself. Someone that is there to listen just uh, to you and help you sort through things and give you their perspective on things, especially if you have a good therapist. They will present some insights to you that, wow, are mind blowing. I know that's true for me. I did actually find an excellent therapist, and her insights are incredible. Anyway, what does this have to do about you? I was telling my therapist one day, I was going through something particularly difficult, and I was telling her that I felt like I was in the middle of the ocean with no land or boats in sight, treading water. And I was, you know, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And she said, keep treading. And this is when this came out, I heard her say, keep treading in my mind. And this is a long time ago. It's like 10 years ago. This crisis is now over that I was in. But seriously, when I tell you that like everything in my life is going wrong, like everything, and it was like dominoes, and and each disaster worse than the last one. Anyway, keep treading water. You don't see an end in sight, but there is, I promise you. Spirit promises you, the divine promises you. The death card screams of this. The death card is talks about going through an ending. And death is so unpleasant for humans because, in actual death and transitional death, you're in a transitional death. But both of them are like there is this unknown that is very uncomfortable for us. So there is faith and strength, that spiritual strength, which is faith, that we need to draw from to get us through. Sacred destiny. Sorry, guys. Then I think you have a whispers of love. This person of love is difficult for me to shuffle. So is this one. Um, almost. Okay, so we've got, oh, there are two here stuck together. This one here, not this one. What do we have? Potential, right? Potential is the Wheel of Fortune. And didn't you get the star? The star. You don't see what you are gaining in all of this, but you are gaining. You just need to be patient. No. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought, okay, yeah, that's the reading, guys. Oh, right. I started to grab messages from the universe before I started the reading. I had a feeling that that spirit wanted a message from the universe. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on just a second. Okay. Okay, so you have one message from the universe. Yeah, I think so. Love yourself more by saying no to things that feel draining and burdening for you. Say no when you want to say no instead of saying yes to please other people is a real act of self love. Didn't we have? Oh no, that was Capricorn. So along the way, right, you guys felt like in the beginning here, we talked about things being uncertain and endings happening. Oh, and then we had the sparring card here. Things being difficult. Okay. Anyway, I just want to make sure I've covered everything here and brought up the fact that in transitions in our ascension, oftentimes there are interpersonal issues, right? Relationships that we need to deal with, and some of those relationships need to end. Some of them just need boundaries, that kind of thing. I say all this to say that relationships, in whatever capacity, can be draining and that kind of thing. So, and on top of that, there's a lot that we're dealing with in false beliefs and that kind of thing that sometimes we forget to manage. It's like baggage that keeps piling on that we're holding on to and is weighing us down. So the self love comes in with self care and not biting off more than we can chew. Because let's not forget that Aquarians are altruistic, right? You guys are the ones that want to save the world and want to make things better for the world and that kind of thing. And sometimes you take on more than you should, and that can be a burden, and you don't always realize it until you're crashing. So let's stop and do the self care, take a bath, go to a movie, go out to dinner. And I was telling Capricorn this too, because Capricorn needs to be reminded of those kind of things constantly. Um, but also set boundaries with folks. You can't rescue the world, Aquarius, okay? So looking forward to hearing from you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Um, I'll see you in the comment section. Love, light, and many blessings.